Most coaches are looking for their dream clients, their people. But the more you give yourself permission just to be yourself, they actually find you. So in this video, I want to show you how to stop chasing and actually start attracting and finally being paid to exist. Because you might be watching this, you might be saying, you know what, Rob, I just feel like I'm not enough. Or you might be feeling like you're just too much to be visible online. This video is for you. Because what if the most profitable business that you could build is the one that feels most like you? So I want to walk you through the 3 core revelations that I've had in building my coaching business, the 3 common mistakes that most people make, and the 1 shift that changed absolutely everything. So if you're tired of performing and actually want to build something that actually feels more like you, this video is going to be really helpful. Because you might have watched all the content, all the YouTube videos, all the podcasts, bookmark the posts, and you're running around building a business that feels like everyone else's business except one that feels like yours. You could have tried posting every single day and felt like you've burnt out because you heard someone say that consistency is key. Or you could be running challenges because you've heard that someone says that that's the way to scale. Or you could be running a specific type of funnel because you saw that that's the way that most people are getting leads. And all on paper, it looks completely fine. But what's happening is you're drowning out your own unique voice. And what most people won't tell you is that you can't outpost misalignment. You can't hustle your way into a business that feels good if it's built using someone else's blueprint. And this is where most coaches get stuck. So I want to ask you is if you could build your business your way, what would it look like? Not the version of your business that you feel like you're just supposed to build, but one that actually makes you come alive. Not that you're feeling like you have to perform, but you're just being you. And that's what being paid to exist means. It's not about just doing nothing. It's about building a business so aligned with who you are that the work doesn't even feel like work anymore. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But first, we're going to talk about why this matters more now than ever. Something has changed in the last few years because the old game was all about information. Who had the best strategies, who had the best tactics, who had the best quote unquote secrets won. But that game is now over because information is everywhere. AI can write your content. AI agents can write a landing page for you within seconds. And tactics are just absolutely everywhere. So now more than ever, when information used to be the currency, now authenticity is. The coaches that are winning right now aren't the ones with the most polished content or even the biggest audiences. They're the ones that just show up as themselves, the ones that share their beliefs, the ones that their business just feels like an extension of who they are. Because people aren't buying information the way that they used to. They're buying proximity to you. You don't need to be the best in the world, you just need to be the most you. Because no AI model can compete with you on being you. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be saying, well, Rob, you know what? I need clients right now. I can't just be myself and hope for the best. And you're right. Because alignment without systems is just philosophy, but systems without alignment is just another hamster wheel. The most profitable version of my business has always been the most aligned I've felt when I've led it, which leads me to revelation number 1. Revelation number 1 is the business that fits you is the one that frees you. And here's what most coaches don't realize is that you're not just trying to build a successful business, you're trying to build a business that doesn't require you to be someone else in order to scale it. And as you know, if your business doesn't fit you at 10K per month or 20K per month, it certainly won't fit you at 30, 40, and 50K plus and beyond. Because the reality is you need to ask yourself the question, what does freedom actually look like for me? Because freedom isn't just about making more money, it's about building a business that you don't need to escape from. So it comes down to being brutally honest about these 3 questions. Question number 1 is how do you actually want to spend your time? Not how you think you should, but how you generally want to. Like, do you love one-to-one work or do you like group calls? Do you want daily calls or long stretches of white space on your calendar? Or do you thrive on structure or flexibility? Like, there's no right answer, there's only your answer. Or number 2 is what work energizes you? I love Naval says that find work that feels like play to you, but looks like work to others. So what part of your process feels fun? Is it the strategy part, the teaching part, the co-creation part, the accountability part? Because your business should be built around what lights you up, not what impresses everybody else. And number 3 is what does your ideal day look like? Because most people don't stop to answer this question. Like, what time do you wake up? How many hours do you work? Do you want calls every day or none at all? Do you want to travel or stay home? Because then freedom is then designed, not hoped for. The real wealth is waking up excited to work, a calendar that energizes you, a business that gives you life instead of taking it. And this is what getting paid to exist actually means. means. It's building a business that actually fits you. Okay, revelation number 2. Revelation number 2 is the version of you that sells is the one that you stop hiding. Because now that you've built a business that actually fits you, one of the easiest things to do is actually hide behind your content. Hide your real opinions because you're worried there might be simply too much. Or hide your personality because you're worried you might be judged for it. When the opposite I've found is actually true. Every time you dim your personality to fit in, you dilute the very thing that makes you magnetic. Because when you hide, you start sounding like everybody else and you blend into the noise. And the people that actually would have resonated with you, the real you, actually never find you. The version of you trying to please everybody attracts no one. The version of you that's fully expressed, your quirks, your edges and all, is the one that actually builds trust and connection. And in our world, authenticity is the rarest and most valuable currency. All right, let's go to revelation number 3. Revelation number 3 is you don't find your people, you become yourself and they find you. Like you have no problem being visible online, but the parts of you that feel true, your unfiltered beliefs, the stories that have shaped you, or even your values, they still remain hidden. Because what if you share them and the people that you most want to attract as clients, they turn away because you feel like you're just too much, or maybe you're just simply not enough and you have the imposter syndrome. So what you do as a coping mechanism is you try to keep your distance or try not to share too much or just say the right things. But here's the paradox, is the more you hide, the more invisible that you feel, or the more that you try to be what you think they want you to be, the less anyone truly connects with the real you. And your people that would light up at your story, they only find you when you're willing to be found, not as the personal brand, but as the human. And yeah, it's terrifying and it requires you to be vulnerable, but it's the only way to build a business that truly feels like home. And the other paradox is that the right people aren't looking for perfect, they're looking for the real you. And you realize that your greatest fear actually becomes your greatest magnet, because you didn't come this far to build a business that drains you or to become a perpetual content machine, but to build a business that gives you purpose, impact, and meaning. And you don't have to run a business like everybody else. You can run it uniquely the way that you can run it, because you can build a business that the content flows and the clients resonate, and one that actually fits you and who you are. And that's when you get paid to exist, when you build it your way and the soul-led way. And when you do it this way, you won't just make more profit, but you'll find the deeper meaning in what you do. I'll see you in the next video.